What's going on, everybody? Thanks for joining me today. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit that like button because that is the most important thing that you could do for me on this channel. What that does is that it helps to make sure that those who are subscribed to the channel will get the notifications, and it also helps to push this video through the YouTube algorithm. Secondly, if you haven't already, maybe you're new to the channel or maybe you've been ghost watching this channel for quite some time now, do me a favor and do yourself a favor by hitting the subscribe button as well as the bell notification next to the subscribe button so you can be notified whenever I release a new video. And lastly, please make sure you share this video out on your social media platform to inform everybody about this news and information. And it also helps to assist me within the YouTube algorithm. And with the introduction out of the way, let's get into today's news. And it's looking really bad right now for Fani Willis. It's not looking good with this new breaking news that's coming out. It's kind of bombshell information concerning 2,000 plus phone calls and 12,000 plus text messages happening within a very short period of time in 2021 that could potentially lead to perjury of the court. Potentially. Now, I'm not saying that as a point of fact. I want to make sure to state that again. She could potentially be looking at perjury, but it just depends on how all of this plays out. So let's just go through the information that we have in front of us right now. And once again, moving forward, we'll just see how all of this goes. But I do have to say, yeah, it's looking bad. It's not looking good for her.
Of court filing in Atlanta today, now raising new questions about Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis and the relationship that she had with the special prosecutor that she hired to oversee the election interference case against former President Donald Trump. Cell phone data obtained by Trump's legal team shows Nathan Wade, that special prosecutor, visited Willis's neighborhood at least 35 times in the 11 months before Willis hired him in late 2021. Twice, Wade arrived late at night and left early the following morning.
Stop right there. Come on now. Come on, Nathan. You got caught slipping, brother. They caught you all slipping. You came to her house late at night twice and left early in the morning on both occasions. We're all adults here. We know there wasn't any real work of any kind happening late at night going wee into the morning. I think we all know what was really going on with him coming over to the crib late at night and leaving early in the morning. But this is a family channel, so we're not going to dive too deep into speculating what happened. But I think we all know what was going on. Let's get back into this clip.
The data shows about 2,000 calls and 12,000 text messages between Wade and Willis from January to November 2021.
From January to November of 2021, in less than a year, there were 2,000 plus phone calls and 12,000 text messages. As someone who has been with his wife, me, right, for close to 20 years, we haven't been married 20 years, but we've been together in total close to 20 years. 2,000 phone calls, 2,000 plus phone calls makes sense, right, in such a long span period of time. But I don't know about 2,000 phone calls in less than a year. That I'm not so sure about. I could be wrong about that. Maybe I am. But 12,000 text messages, 12,000 text. Let me tell you something. In the close to 2 decades that me and my wife have been together, we definitely have not texted each other 12,000 plus times. I don't think most people have texted their significant others 12,000 plus times, even over a span of multiple years. So that in and of itself is crazy. But let's get back into the video.
Why this matters, the timeline is everything in this case. Joining me now on the phone is former Assistant District Attorney of Fulton County, Daryl Cohen. Daryl, thanks for joining us. We sat and watched as this hearing originally started. What do you make of these new revelations?
This is damning. At the very best, it's troubling. It seems to completely contradict the testimony of both Fani Willis and of Nathan Wade. And because of that, this could be a complete game changer in terms of how Judge McAfee decides to rule.
The timeline here, the timeline is extremely important. Get viewers up to speed about why this timeline matters.
Well, it matters because the testimony has been that Fani Willis and Nathan Wade became friends. They met at a conference, and he was hired before any of this took place, and that they did not have any type of relationship other than completely a business relationship. Now, if these texts and if these pings on the telephone are accurate, that changes the entire ball game and means that there could be some untruth that's been told under oath. In other words, it could be perjury, and I hope it isn't,
And
because
so,
this is very sad.
Now, once he said that, I thought to myself, because every state is different. What's the penalty for perjury in Georgia? What's the actual penalty for perjury over there? And of course, I asked the almighty Google, as we all would, because we all know Google knows everything and Google knows best. And the answer that Google gave me, because Google knows best, was this, and it states that Fani Willis could be looking at a fine of not more than $1,000 or by imprisonment for no less than 1 year, nor more than 10 years, or both. So she could be looking at up to $1,000 fine or anywhere between 1 to 10 years in prison. That is if everything lines up to be true. And that's a big if. But I can assure you, if all of this stuff aligns to be true, Trump and his people are definitely going to be looking to push the line for jail time. They're definitely going to be looking to push the line for that. But once again, it all depends on if this all comes out to be true. And that's yet to be seen, but we'll see how things play out moving forward. Now, there's one more portion of the news clip that I want to play. And this is a couple snippets from a larger news clip. If you want to watch that news clip in its entirety, minus my commentary, I'll leave the link for it in the description box below, as well as pinned in the comment section. But let's just round it out with this last portion that I cut out.
Fani Willis, didn't she know that they would be able to get these records?
You know something? I think some of us, when affairs of the heart get in the way of affairs of the mind, we don't believe that we're visible. We think we're invisible and invincible. And I like Fani very much, but I am so disappointed in what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing. And we'll just have to wait and see how it plays out. But every day is a new revelation.
And every day is truly a new revelation. I am just very interested in seeing how things continue to open up moving forward, whether or not there'll be more bombshell information like this. I'm sure more breaking news is to come in between now and March 1st. So we'll just have to wait and see. But until then, that's it for today's news. I want to thank you all for watching today's video. Please hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Hit the like button because that's extremely important. Share this video out on your social media platforms, and also follow me on Telegram. Don't forget to do that at TD Media Group. The link to my Telegram group is in the description box below and will be pinned in the comment section as well. And until the next video, peace and have a great afternoon.